Okay, gonna get this thing started. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be Real Entertainment presents Sports Fit, and I'm your host, Jay Maurice, your player partner. And today's podcast, this one is closeout and sweeps. Hey, I'm by myself today. My co-host, he ain't want to come. I probably see why. He rolled with the Lakers, and you see that broom over there. So hey, it is what it is. So Slick Vic, we missing you, baby. We missing you. Okay, but that's cool though. Hey, we coming to you from the Hall of Game, where we giving you 360 degrees of game. For those that don't understand, that's game all the way around. Yup. So we gonna get this thing started by we gonna holler at the Boston game. Boston and Miami. They play tonight, and Boston is down 3-0. Now, it's been 150 teams that went down 3-0 and lost. Boston is trying not to be the 151st. But if they don't get it together, they will be the 151st team to go down from a 3-0 deficit and get swept. Yeah. So Miami, they on the verge of sweeping them, which it's a good chance that Miami sweep them. I never, for real, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. I never thought that Miami and Boston, the Lakers and Boston will both get swept in a conference final game. I didn't see that coming, but the Lakers, they got swept. But I'm gonna get to that. A little later on. But Boston, they on the verge of getting swept, and Boston was they was the team that was heavily favored after Milwaukee got put out by the Miami Heat. Boston was favored to win the title, and they ain't holding up to their end of the bargain. But I think I ain't gonna say that Miami is a better team, at least not on paper. On paper, Boston is a better team. Miami is just showing that grit and grind that they got. And another reason why I think that Boston is in a hole is because I think they in a hole because they are being outcoached. Joe Mazzulla, player. Nah. Spoelstra is just out coaching dude. I don't know if when I say he, I'm talking about Mazzulla, Joe Mazzulla for Boston. I don't know if Mazzulla got the full locker room. Like, I don't know if his players believe in what he's saying and what he's coaching. Because they doing a lot of isolation, my turn, your turn type of basketball. They ain't really moving the rock, setting screens and picks. They ain't really doing that. They just going one-on-one for real. And I'm going to say he don't have the experience to call and make adjustments when needed. because he ain't made none yet. And if he made them, they the wrong adjustments. So he's definitely being out coached by Eric Spoelstra. And for real, I don't want Boston to win for the simple fact that I don't like how they did Udoka. I don't like how they did Ime. I think that was wrong. And, sometimes what come around, go around. And what go around, come around. And when they did that, when they did that weak stuff to Udoka, it's showing. It's showing. They thought they was doing something slick by, oh, now we just going to take one of your assistants and put him in your place with the team we got. He ought to be able to do. He got them to the conference finals, but, I don't really think he got them to the conference finals. I think it was the team. They just made it to the conference finals. I don't think that they have a whole lot of trust in his coaching style. So I think that's where it's a disconnect. But Miami, hey, David, they got that 3-ball working. They wetter is wet. You feel me? In the last game Sunday, they went 19 for 35 from 3. And that's pretty good. That is definitely pretty good. If Boston is trying to get back in the game, they got to stop them from shooting them threes like that. They definitely got to contest it, not give them open looks. Contest as much as they can and not give them open looks from the 3-ball. And for real, at least in the last game, game 3, the others came alive. How Shaq would say it, the others came alive and they did what they did, And when I'm saying the others, I'm talking cats like anybody other than Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. And I don't know if you really want to put Kyle Lowry in there, but, the others, I think Kyle Lowry might be another at this point in his career, though. You got cats like Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Max Strus, and Kevin Love. Them guys have had a hell of a series, and I like them. They playing pretty well. They playing pretty well. Vincent, he shot Sunday. He had a career high 29 points. He was 11 of 14 from the field. 11 of 14 from the field in a playoff game. That's real good. Because in a playoff, everything gets tighter. Ask Tatum and Brown. Because Tatum only had 14 points total and Brown had 12. So, if they are to win or at least pinch these guys, you know what I'm saying? They at least gonna try to at least pinch them. You know what I'm saying? Tatum and Brown got to have a way better game than they had Sunday. Because, hey, do y'all remember when Tatum said he was one of the best players in the league? Beg to differ, player. Like, you had a nice season, but you make a name for yourself in the playoffs. People really remember playoff performances. And your playoff performance, going back to last year in the finals, you ain't that dude. You are not that dude, player. You good though. You good. Don't get me wrong. You good, but You ain't that dude. You come up hella short. And if you don't get it together, bro, y'all gonna get swept. Miami in that game Sunday, Miami scored like 30 points or better in each quarter. Sunday, Miami scored like 30 points or better in each quarter. So if y'all Boston, if you're trying to make it at least win one game, you're gonna have to stop them from scoring 30 points in each quarter. You know, y'all did have a good defense up until this point. Y'all defense was pretty. It was all right. Y'all had a good defense. I'd say that up until this point. Brown and Tatum from three, they was 1 for 14 from three. And it was Brown that scored that made the one 3-pointer. Tatum didn't even make a 3-pointer. That ain't one of the best players in the league, you know. But, you know, you're a young guy, you'll have a chance to atone for your bad play. Your plus minus Tatum, you was a minus 23 in game 3. A minus 23. And your running mate Brown, he was a minus 25 in game 3. Man, so I mean, you know, y'all got to at least pinch these for real, you know. On the Miami side, Duncan Robinson had 22 points off the bench. He was 5 of 7 from 3. Caleb Martin was 4 of 7 from 3. He had 18 points. And Gabe Vincent was 6 of 9 from 3 with 29 points. Y'all got to have when I say y'all, I'm talking about Tatum and Brown. Y'all got to have at least a 30 or 40 point game apiece. Because y'all others ain't stepping up. The Horfords, the Smarts, the Whites, Matthew Brogdon, they ain't stepping up. You know, in order for y'all to win, y'all others have to step up. And y'all got to play defense. I feel like the keys to Boston getting a victory will be, first, y'all going to have to get your mind right. Because your mind ain't right. I don't know if it's the coaching or, you know, y'all been getting beat these first 3 games, and, you know, you just got to get your mind right, players. All of y'all. Get your mind right first. And second, y'all going to have to run them boys off the 3-point line. Y'all can't sit there and give them open looks. Y'all going to have to contest them shots and make them come in and shoot twos or play defense. You know, the wing defenders is going to have to be out there doing what they do. And as a collective, y'all going to have to play better defense, because y'all defense it's terrible. It's been terrible. And not just game 3. The first 2 games, terrible defense. Y'all going to have to limit turnovers. Y'all going to have to limit y'all turnovers. Have better ball handling, better ball control. And Tatum and Brown, y'all just got to be better, man. Y'all got to play. Y'all are superstars. But y'all got to play like it. And, you know, y'all can't be when you get down or miss a shot, you can't exhibit that bad body language. You're gonna have to step up with your body language, because if everybody see that y'all down and y'all ain't really on point, everybody else gonna be down. So let's get that body language right. And I think that's all part of getting your mind right, for real. The others got to be better. The Horfords, the Smarts, the Brogdons, the Whites, uh, Williams. Y'all got to be better. Both the Williams, y'all got to be better, man. Y'all got to do stuff. And the one Williams boy, the light skinned one, he got all up in Jimmy's face, and Jimmy went off on you. Jimmy went off on you. I think that was game 2 in Boston. Jimmy went off on you, bruh. Like, chill. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Just play your game. Play within the team. And, all that barking, man, that you poked the bear. And the bear bit your ass. So be cool, big dog. Be cool. And just play. Play defense. You a good defender, but you might can't handle Jimmy though. Well, you can't handle Jimmy. It ain't no Mike. You can't handle Jimmy. So find something else to do. And I think y'all might need to, instead of trying to shoot all them threes, y'all might have to find y'all mid-range game. Step in some, shoot a 2, get 2 points. Because if you shoot the 3 and you miss, 2 points is better than none. Get 2 points. Get your tools together. And don't force them threes. If somebody get it and somebody wetter is hot, if they got that wetter and they hot, feed them, but don't force them threes, man. Y'all can't force them threes. So get your mind right. Play defense. Run Miami off the 3-point line. Limit your turnovers. And when y'all get turnovers, y'all force Miami into turnovers, or they get some unforced turnovers, you got to convert them into points as much as possible. Convert them into points. So those was my keys to Boston at least pinching these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So the other game, was a sweep. Yep. Them boys got swept off the court. Swept. LeBron ain't gonna be able to do all this shoulder shrugging and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's over for you, at least for this year. In game 4, LA did their thing in the first half. LeBron had like 21 points in the first quarter. I was like, oh, okay, he finna have one of them type of games. And Denver, they outscored LA in the second half 36-16. They beat them by 20 points. And for real, after that, it was really game over. Because they went up. LA was up going into the half, and then in the second half, Denver just came out, getting turnovers, scoring off them turnovers. Joker had a couple circus threes, and let's see. Joker had 30 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists. While LeBron had 40 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. And to me, a joker beats a king every time. Every time. A joker beats a king. Yeah. And to me, it seemed like the game was like LA was getting to the line a lot. That's how they beat us. Going to the line and hitting their free throw shots. To me, it seemed like every time they would go to the basket, they was calling all kind of fouls. I'm like, my goodness. I mean, some of them was legit, but a lot of them calls, I was sitting there like, man, I know they in LA. They was getting them LA calls. They was really getting them LA calls. But for real, to be honest with you, the whole game was pretty much even as far as stat wise. It was pretty even. And like I said, I thought LA had more free throws, but they did. I mean, they did have more free throws, but LA went 23 of 26 from the free throw line. And that was 88%. But Denver went 19 times. So they just went, what, 4 less times? Yeah. They went 4 less times, and they made 19 of 22 for 86%. So it was pretty even. It wasn't lopsided like it was in the Warrior series with LA. That was lopsided on the free throws. Almost every category was close. People, I ain't gonna say people, the others stepped up as well. You know, when I say the others, I'm talking about people other than Gordon. I mean, people other than Murray and Joker. Gordon stepped up. He had 22 points. So, yeah. He played a real. Oh, Porter hit some shots too. And Contavious Caldwell Pope, the ex-Laker, he did his thing. He did his thing. Davis had 21 points, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks. His plus minus was a -6 when he was on the floor. And LeBron, I told you what all he scored. He had like 40 points, but he had a plus minus of a -2. So Davis had a -6 and LeBron had a -2 with the plus minus. And you know who had the best plus minus for the whole team? D'Angelo Russell. He had a plus minus of +6. So that tells you a lot. It was a close game. It was close. LeBron came out doing his thing, but you know he ain't young LeBron, and I feel like he got tired because he did play almost the whole game except for a few seconds. He played almost the whole game, and for a person that's 38 years old, that was, I gotta give it. I don't really like LeBron. Well, I don't like LeBron, but I had to give it up to him. He played almost the whole game. He scored 40 points. He almost had a triple-double. He had a good game. Anthony Davis had the first game. He had 40 points and they lost. So I don't know what they have to do to retool his team, but Rui Hachimura, he had a good series. I mean, he had a good playoffs. The whole playoffs, he did his thing. if they don't re-sign Rui, they making a mistake. I think they're gonna bring back Austin Reeves. He played well. He played real well the whole playoffs. First round, second round, and this round he played well. Um, who else? Who else played good? That probably was it. Schroeder. He he had a few 3-pointers to keep him in the game, or timely 3-pointers. And his defense was. I like the way he played defense. He give it 100% on defense. But all the talk went from the Lakers getting swept to LeBron contemplating whether he gonna come back next year. Now I think LeBron is very shrewd and wise, and I think he knew what he was doing. He didn't really want to talk about the loss. He didn't want to talk about them getting swept. He didn't want to talk about who was coming back or none of that. So he thinking about retiring. He put that in the air. And he knew that everybody would be talking about him retiring, or, you know what I'm saying, not coming back. And that would shift the narrative to that instead of from the game. It'll take a lot of the lights off of Denver, who swept him, and put the light back on him and what he was talking about doing next year. Dude knew what he was doing. I don't like it, because to me, I view LeBron James as a attention or a media junkie. I can't call him a cloud chaser because the guy is hella famous. That he is. He's hella famous. He's a good basketball player, but he just has to have attention. He has to, he wants to divert attention away from the game and talk about him. He's that selfish. He's that type of guy. He knew what he was doing when he put that out there. Like, everybody gonna be talking about him and what he got going on for next year. So it's cool. It's cool. That's just the type of guy he is. Do anything he can to take attention off of the mother two teams that's playing. Well, take attention off of the Nuggets and hopefully Miami. So, hey, it's been real. All I got to say is I feel like Miami gonna go ahead and take it tonight, and it's gonna be Miami and Denver. And I'm pulling for Miami. I'm pulling for you, Heat. My son will be proud because that's my son's favorite team. He always been a Heat fan. Even when they was terrible, he was a Heat fan. He's still a Heat fan, and I know he pretty happy that the Heat is doing their thing, and they one victory away from going to the finals again. But it ain't no good if you don't win. Nobody wins. Nobody remembers the person who came or the team who came in second place. So, shout out to the Miami Heat. I hope they get it done tonight and get these finals started. I want to see them win. I ain't going to put no money on it, but I want to see them win. I think even if they do make it to the finals, I believe that Denver will be the favorite, and Miami will be the underdog. So I'm rooting for the underdog. Although Denver has a good team, a good defense, but if Miami bring that defense, I'm just gonna say it like this: Miami ain't gonna get swept, and that's a fact. They ain't gonna get swept. They gonna at least pinch these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They ain't gonna get swept. So, hey, it is what it is. And this is what we do, or what I do when I'm through.